Salve and welcome to the very first episode of Athenaeum Meysaloun. This is a podcast where ideas, stories, and history come together, hopefully in a way that sparks a bit of curiosity. So why Athenaeum Meysaloun? Well, an Athenaeum has always been a place for learning, discussion, discovery, and Meysaloun just makes it personal because it's my name. Basically, this is a space where we can slow down a little, listen and explore stories about history, culture, language, and all the things that shape how we see the world. In future episodes, we move through a mix of topics: literature, history, and language, because words carry so much more than we think. From time to time, I might also touch on sociology or socio-political ideas, anything that connects the past to the present. I don't want this to feel like a lecture. Think of it more as a conversation, sometimes just with me, sometimes with books, and hopefully and eventually with guests who bring their own perspectives. More than anything, I just want to spark curiosity, maybe even send you down your own rabbit hole after an episode. I've been thinking about how far our present really goes, like how some of the things we see today, like identity, borders, even the idea of belonging, didn't just appear recently, they go way back. Take Numidia, for example. Numidia was an ancient Amazigh kingdom right here in North Africa, long before the Romans took control of the region. It wasn't just one unified place at first, it was made up of different tribes that eventually came together under leaders like Massinissa. And what's interesting about him is that he didn't just rule, he actually helped shape what a unified North African state could look like. He built alliances, strengthened agriculture, and tried to create stability in a region that had been divided. But at the same time, Numidia was constantly interacting with bigger powers, especially Rome, sometimes as an ally and sometimes under pressure. Eventually, of course, Rome took control, but the story didn't end here, because even though Numidia as a kingdom disappeared, the idea of a distinct North African identity didn't. You can still see it today in Amazigh culture, in language, in traditions that have survived for centuries, despite everything that came after and all the colonizers that attempted to erase this identity and its history by oppressing its people and destroying their ancient cities and ruins. And I think that's what fascinates me, the idea that identity isn't something new, it's something layered, built over time, shaped by different influences but never completely erased. So, when we talk about the present, about culture or belonging, we're not just talking about now. We're talking about something that's been forming for thousands of years, and that's the thing about history. Even after centuries, it still speaks. If you approach it with curiosity, there's always something there, something surprising and something meaningful. And that's really the spirit of this podcast. Thank you for listening to this first episode of Athenaeum Meysaloun. If something sparked your curiosity, thoughts, or questions, I'd love to hear of it. Every listener adds a story to this Athenaeum. Until next time, listen for what's between the lines. This is Meysaloun, signing off from Athenaeum Meysaloun.